What's up, everybody? Tonight we're going to be making a chocolate and almond cake from Abruzzo, Italy. So raise a glass, because tonight we bake! Now the first thing we're going to do is start with some prep work. Behind me I got my oven heating up to 375. And I'm going to take a 9-inch cake pan and just butter that up. Get the edges in the bottom. I have also melted 5 tablespoons of butter so that can cool down while we're doing the rest of this. Okay, next up, we're going to grind up our almonds. Got my handy dandy food processor here. Just going to go in with a 1.5 cups of toasted sliced almonds. Get that top on there. And grind those up till they're nice and fine. Now if you notice any clumping before you get it as fine as you want, you can open that guy up. I have 3/4 cup of sugar measured out for our recipe. I'm going to add a little bit of that sugar, just about a tablespoon, to those almonds, and that'll help it stop from clumping up on me. We're going to keep going. Alright, it's looking good there. That's what we're looking for. Start putting it together. Next up, I'm going to take a 1/2 cup of flour, all-purpose, 6 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, ground nutmeg. Sift all those together. Just set that aside. And now it's time to pull out the big guns, our mixer. So I got 7 egg yolks here. Go ahead and dump those in. Give them a little whisk. Egg yolks are looking good, nice and whisked. Now we're going to start going in with our almonds. Just gradually adding those, let them whisk together. Next up, we're going to start adding our sugar. Again, just sprinkling it, letting it mix in. That's looking good. And now we're going to go in with our flour mixture. Just sprinkle that in while it whisks, a little bit at a time. Finally, we're going to go in with our 5 tablespoons of melted butter that we've let cool down. I'm just going to keep whisking that until it all comes together. Alright. I'm going to transfer this to a bowl. I'm going to go in with 7 egg whites and beat those until I get stiff peaks. Check those peaks. Oh, look at that, sticking straight up. You can see it already. That is a stiff peak. So it's ready to go. We got our almond mixture and we got our egg whites that have been whipped to stiff peaks. So now, just gonna go in here, about half of that, and just fold in those egg whites. is nicely incorporated. So now we're going to go into our buttered baking dish. Or a pie pan. Now this is going to go into our 375-degree oven for about 40 minutes or until it's nice and golden brown and firm. It is fresh out of the oven, so we're going to give it our toothpick test. Toothpick is clean. We're good to go. So I'm going to let it rest in this pan and cool down for 15 minutes before I get it onto our wire rack to cool the rest of the way down. You may also be thinking, it's supposed to be almond chocolate. Where's the chocolate? We are going to start our chocolate glaze in a double boiler right now. I got a saucepan on the stove with about an inch of water in there. Turn that on and bring that to a simmer. All right, our 15 minutes is up, so I'm going to take a plate, put it over our cake, flip it over, give it a little pat. And there she is. Now, take my rack and flip it back over. We can let that cool the rest of the way. I did turn my pan of water down. This is still pretty hot. I don't want to make my chocolate glaze too soon. I'm going to give that just another minute and we'll start making our chocolate glaze. Our cake is almost cooled down, so we got our water to a simmer. And go ahead and add a glass bowl to that. Now what you want to make sure is the water is not touching the bowl, it's underneath it, just simmering away. To that we're going to add 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of butter. And now we're just going to stir that until it's nice and melted. It's looking nice and smooth. Time to put it on our cake. Just gonna take our chocolate glaze right on top. Just spread that out. Over the top. Also gonna want to get our sides. I put a sheet tray with some parchment paper underneath that, just in case anything drips. Keep everything nice and clean. That's all we're going to do is spread that out. Get a nice even layer over the top. Get it over the sides. Let that cool down completely again. Get ready to go. Okay, it's time to get that onto our cake platter. Now she's already beautiful, but just gonna spruce it up a bit with a little pile of raspberries right over here. Real simple, ready to go. Guys, cheers. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.